Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Jonathan Tanner. Thanks for your support, John. That said, let's get started. Welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. Today, we're headed deeper into the South Gnarl Marches as we continue investigating the source of the impending troll invasion. Now, thanks to a wounded ranger named Ekin, we've got a pretty good idea of where we're headed. And thanks to a mad wizard named Bartholomew, we've got a pretty good idea of what we're looking for. With that in mind, I think it's time we started heading for these dwarven ruins to the southwest. Though we will be passing right by the Swamp Witch's hut, and it does have a unique icon, so that's probably worth checking out too. Kobold Camp. Kobold Camp. A small clearing in the forest in which someone has set up camp. Strange hissing voices can be heard, speaking in some incomprehensible language. Interesting. We can't have caught up with Tartuccio already. You see a gang of kobolds resting around a campfire. When they finally notice you, they jump up and start scuttling around, making a mess and bumping into each other, all the while muttering something in their hissing language. One kobold emerges from the swarming crowd. His scales are a touch lighter than those of his companions. Upon closer inspection, he seems to be extremely old. His skin is dry and lifeless, and he clearly lost some of his scales long ago. There's something curious about this kobold. He seems to be calm, confident, and wise. Slarakas, the old kobold hisses. The rest of the kobolds immediately calm down. Greetings, he says, addressing you and sticking out his hand.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you as well. The old kobold continues to extend his hand as he stares at you. Alright, fine. Greetings. You shake the old kobold's hand. It's slimy and cold. He continues to stare, his eyes still, yellow and emotionless. Kobolds, humans, love, the old kobold says. Tartuk, King, search. King Tartuk, huh? You don't say. The old kobold seems to have said his piece, so he just continues to stare at you with cold, still eyes. Tartuk, what a familiar name. Tell me, do you know the story of the Suitscale kobold tribe? The kobold seems to not understand a single word you're saying, but reacts to the word Suitscale. Suitscale, bad, not friend. Alright, let's get this sorted out. All of the kobolds are staring at you now, no blinking or movement among them. It's starting to get uncomfortable. Tartuk, trolls, love, search, Tartuk, kobold. Over several minutes, you manage to piece together that these kobolds are looking for their king, Tartuk, who's lost somewhere. After several minutes beyond that, you deduce that this Tartuk somehow managed to befriend some trolls. So, Tartuccio is behind the troll invasion. I guess we should have seen that coming. Why are you looking for Tartuk? King, the old kobold answers. Tartuk, trolls, kobold, love. Okay, so these guys are adorable. I really don't want to have to kill them if I don't have to. I'm no friend to trolls. I kill them and anyone who helps them. You should return from where you came, for your own sake. The old kobold steps back in fear. Tartuk, king, love. Humans, kobolds, love. He speaks quickly, raising his hands before him as though shielding himself from attack.
Tartuk. Tartuk, love.
Okay, let's try this again. I don't know where the troll's lair is or where Tartuk is hiding. I'd recommend you give up the search, but that's for you to decide. Unable to judge the expression on his snout, you can't tell if the old kobold is upset by your statement. After you answer, he turns away from you as if you cease to exist. The kobolds quickly gather and leave into the woods. Well, I guess that's it then. Anyway, let's have a look at what they left behind. Many small footprints are visible in the dirt. They seem to be recent.
All according to plan.
My search was not in vain.
Potion of Cure Moderate. Not bad.
In due time.
Ooh, rope. I think we actually need more of that. I really like how the developers included a lot of actual uses for these mundane items. It's a nice touch. Alright, moving on. Okay, looks like we're right next to the Swamp Witch's hut, so we might as well head there next. Monster Den. That sounds descriptive. Swamp Witch's hut. An old abandoned village on the southeast bank of the Tuskwater, is the domain of a mysterious crone known to travelers as the Old Beldame. Most of the locals believe the old woman to be a witch. Her dilapidated hut squats in the middle of the fetid marsh that has claimed the ruins of the old settlement. Alright, let's have a look. She can't be crazier than Bartholomew. Oh my. Okay, so we're looking at a full-sized map here. Oh, let's toss up a full set of buffs before we go any further.
I know what to do.
Oh, you'll notice that Silverleaf has the Rod of Extend Metamagic now. Don't want to put this on someone who already has natural armor. Okay, I think we're good to go. We do have a few more short-term buffs in reserve, but we'll save those for tougher fights.
All according to plan.
Oh, we just saw something. Ah, wargs. That's not too tough.
Repent!
Nice shots, guys. Well, I guess we have to do this the hard way. Or we could just use a grenade. Okay, we've got some behind our front line. Let's cue the music and toss out a Bane spell.
Tear them apart! Let us strike as one!
One more should do it. Yeah, there we go. Nicely done. A few minor injuries, but that could have been a lot worse.
How may I help?
Well, that's 120 gold. Not bad. Moving on.
In due time.
I think we can probably assume that's the warg's latest victim. Minor trinkets. Useful, but Not very exciting.
That is not far.
Oh, that does remind me, though. We've got that new wand of Cure Light Wounds we picked up. Yeah, let's get that slotted on one of our clerics. Lose your ways, lose your mind, lose your lives. You're not welcome here. Charming. And we've got some dire boars ahead of us. Again, tough, but nothing we can't handle. Well, let's go ahead and burn off an extended enlarge on Honorary.
I'm listening.
Okay, let's do this.
Serves you right.
To victory!
Nice. Actually got 2 hits that time. Now let's have Silverleaf soften these guys up. One down. And that's all 3 of them. Nicely done, heroes. I guess we can switch Honorary off to her Flaming Earthbreaker. We'll switch back if we run into any more trolls.
What troubles you?
40 gold. Not great, but we'll certainly take it.
As it should be. In due time.
Loot in sight.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Oh, shoot. That's a will-o'-the-wisp. Alright, let's get a resist electricity spell going. Now it's really just a war of attrition. Okay, let's burn off another grenade. There we go. Yeah, let's see if we can speed this up. Whew, that was time-consuming, but not too difficult.
Patience.
Something bothering you?
Onward, my friends. Onward. Gnats buzz in the air. Neat.
All according to plan.
Oh, that looks like Tatzelworm. Well, we've got neutralized poison running, so we should be fine.
You deserved it.
Let yourself
generous to
open,
them.
for I am not.
Very nice. Minor loot, but an easy fight. Ah, looks like we've got a survivor. Kind of. There sure are a lot of sentient undead out here.
A trivial matter.
Well, let's get ourselves buffed and see what this guy has to say.
And Lindsay was called forth.
A dead man staggers towards you. There is a gaping hole in the middle of his chest, and you can see the white of bone through the tears in his decayed flesh. He speaks with a halting, gurgling wheeze.
Living one, I do not want to harm you. Help me.
Who are you?
I had a name. Dorsey. Had a bride. Now I am no one. Alone. Less than no one.
What happened to the village? The man groans, and you see his hands twitch and curl into fists.
Fae. Damned Fae. Killed everyone. Every single one. Hate them all. Hate the Fae. Hate the headmen.
Why do you hate Fae so much? The dead man's decayed hands sink into the edges of the huge hole on his chest.
The Fae stole my bride. Killed her. Killed me. The whole village. And the headman, the bastard, helped them. Sold his own daughter to the Fae. Nita, my love. Evil. All of them. How I hate them.
Another village destroyed by the Fae. How can I help you?
The Fae said I'll reach my final rest when 2 coins serve as my eyelids. Give me just 2 coins.
Just 2 coins. It shouldn't be too hard. You put 2 coins over the dead man's eyes, but they fall from his sockets to the ground. The dead man hisses.
All lies. Damned Fae. Damned.
Well, obviously we can't do anything else right now, but we'll keep an eye out for more information. The dead man utters a helpless groan, stretching out his arms toward you. Sorry, buddy. Interesting. Well, I'm sure we'll find something around here.
My search was not in vain.
What's that?
Follow my lead.
I wrote it like I saw it.
All right, Lindsay, you're up.
Anything else?
Demolisher. Created by a relatively unknown dwarven blacksmith for the sole purpose of mining rare sturdy metals, this pick packs a surprising amount of destructive force against creatures made from similar materials. This weapon is a +1 adamantine construct bane heavy pick. Well, I'm not sure exactly when we'll be running into any constructs, but they probably wouldn't have given that to us without a reason, so, let's get that equipped. Alright, we'll give it to Harem for now. Somehow that just feels appropriate. Let's see what else we've got out here. The swamp reeks of algae and stale water. Yeah, it's a swamp. Gloomberry. You can't find a rare swamp plant like this on the market. A knowing person can give a good price for it. Okay, something else to keep an eye out for.
In due time.
Oh, giant slugs. Those things are pretty tough. Yeah, challenge rating 12. That's almost twice our current level. Oof, 10 damage reduction. No attack info listed, but I'm pretty sure these things do massive acid damage.
Anything is possible.
Alright, let's grab those gloomberries and then we'll back off. We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. We might be in over our heads here. Secondary exit. We might need that in a moment. Ooh, hidden passage. We can't see what's on the other side, so let's not tempt fate. No telling if there's more giant slugs around. More gloomberries. Ah, dire boars. That's something we know we can handle. I think as long as we stick to the road, we should be fine. So big, so silly, so mortal. I don't like the way you said that.
I see something.
Leave now.
And so they walked on. Applause, please.
Alright, let's take out these dire boars.
Any last wishes?
Enemy approaching.
Nice.
Justice!
Well, that was easy. Tenderloin. And 40 gold.
As it should be.
That's unusual.
All according to plan.
I think we just found the Swamp Witch's hut. Well, let's pay her a visit. This house differs from the others. It's the only one that looks habitable. A low, almost defeated fence rings it. Smoke rises from the chimney, and you can smell what could be stew, heavily spiced. Even glass windows, adorned with drapes, are intact. A small, dented brass bell hangs near the front gate, and a well-swept path leads from the gate to the door of the house. Along the side of the house lies a garden, vegetables it seems, and in the middle of the garden you see a scarecrow with black stones for eyes and a wicked grin stitched on its burlap face. Let's see if there's any enchantments on this gate. The gate and the bell bear a simple enchantment which alerts the caster, presumably the owner of the house, about uninvited guests. That scarecrow looks like it might be trouble. The scarecrow's aura is strong, almost like a lightning flash to your senses. It is not a bundle of sticks and rags. It's a dangerous ward to protect the home from trespassers. Anyone here? No matter how loud you shout, no one answers. Alright, let's try doing this the right way. We'll ring the bell. What in everlasting damnation? After a few moments, the door creaks open, and an old woman with a tangle of gray hair and greenish skin steps out. The old beldame herself. Okay, let's get her buffs up.
In due time.
So, what in damnation are you doing here? The old woman squints at you with disapproval. Her hair is a tangle of gray, and her wrinkled skin is an unusual shade of green. Both her eyebrows and ears taper to points. Who are you? Me, eh? I'm just a harmless old woman, hoping for some peace and quiet. The old beldame, they call me, and that's fine. Been called worse in my life. Why are you asking? What fool's errand brings you all the way out here? I've got a question for you. Just look at him. He's got a question. Her lip curls in a sneer. What makes you think I've any answers for one such as you, scrabbling at my door like a beggar? Have you done anything good for me recently? You've nothing for me, and you're nothing to me. All right, then. How can I help you, good woman? Well, now you're talking. Much better than poking around where you don't belong, nattering on like a fool. Here, look. She pulls a black, oddly wrinkled mushroom from a bag on her belt. It has an odd smell about it that makes your eyes tear up. This is a black rattlecap. The spore pods inside, the best thing for the lungs, and the skin. Me, I use them for tea. They're rare, though. but they grow thickest at the mud bowl east of here. Get me at least 10. Yes, 10. Then we'll talk. Okay, so another side quest. This seems to be an unusual herb. Can you tell me what it is? She takes the herb between her bony fingers, sniffs it, then gives you an approving nod. You've a good eye. The herb is useful, but not by itself. Look here. She shows you 3 different herbs. This one's mudleaf, that there is gloomberry, and that's the dizzy head. One guess what it does. If you can find 3 bundles of each, bring them to me. And another side quest. Farewell. Good riddance. A little odd we couldn't identify ourselves as the Baron, but I've got a sneaking suspicion it wouldn't have actually made a difference. Alright, we're done with her until we find those herbs. We can have a look around her garden, though. Not bad. A tiny but well-kept garden.
Follow my lead.
Ooh, a new recipe. Fish on a stick. Sounds period appropriate. And we're off. Thank you for your hospitality. Looks like we've actually made some decent progress here. More Tatzelworm. Regroup.
Share your troubles. You forced my hand.
Nice. That's a good start. Ooh. Amiri took a really nasty hit there at the last moment. Let's get that patched up.
Confide in me. Focus on the goal.
Just letting the ink dry.
Right here, my friend.
Good enough.
That is not far.
Just hit the 40-minute mark. I think we'll finish exploring the west side of the map here, and then we'll hit the pause button. Mobility check. No enemies in immediate line of sight.
Adventures call to them.
Well, Lindsay can make that check automatically, so... yeah, let's check it out.
Applause, please.
To the dust you will go.
And that's what we get. Thank goodness resist electricity is still running. No wands that would really help us here.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see what they were guarding.
Yes, I'm still here.
In due time.
Another corpse. Delightful. Rustling of the branches sounds like quiet weeping.
You're not welcome here.
The corpse of a beautiful girl lays in the middle of the glade. You can see the black stain of caked blood on her flowing dress. Despite the years that have passed since the girl's death, the body bears no signs of decay. Her pale hands, clutching a white lily, are folded on her chest peacefully, and a wreath of fresh flowers crowns her head. There is a glint of fine jewelry on her body, a necklace, earring, and a ring on her finger. As you study the jewelry, you hear hissing voices from every direction. Fae. But despite the number of voices, you cannot see a single one.
Get hence! Get hence! Let our Nita sleep, or you will regret it.
Nita. That's the girl that Dorsey said he was supposed to marry, before Fae murdered them all. Interesting. So sad and romantic. Whoever she was, someone really loved her. Who is there? Show yourselves. A flurry of giggles and a few mocking jabs, comparing you to the unfavorable end of a mule, are your only answer. This is the land of the Fae. Their jokes can be cruel, but their hearts are not evil. Angering them is unwise. I wonder what enchantments were cast on her. The body bears a strong preservation enchantment that keeps decay at bay. Okay, let's leave her in peace for the moment, at least until we know what really happened here. You collect fresh flowers and lay them over the girl's remains. The jeers and threats of the Fae become murmurs, then dissolve into silence. They do seem to care about her, even though she's already dead. That doesn't seem to quite match Dorsey's version of events.
You see that?
All according to plan.
Alright, there's another exit, so I think we've reached a pretty good stopping point for now. We've covered about half the map so far, aside from the two spots we obviously had to skip. I would like to continue exploring, but like I said, we'll have to be careful. This area is definitely above our current level. Anyway, we'll hit the pause button for now, but we'll pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the official Discord channel, the fan-run wikis, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Kickstarter. Links are in the description.